A lot of men over 45 think the problem is the fit, so they put in the work. Better polos, better jackets, cleaner shoes. The outfit comes together. It looks solid, but somehow the face still reads a little tired, a little older than it should, and it's not always obvious why. Most of the time, it's not the cut, it's not the brand, it's the color sitting right next to your face. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 simple color swaps that can make a real difference, looking fresher, sharper, more put together, without changing your style or dressing like someone you're not. A heads up. Some of these are colors most guys consider completely safe. They're not, and there's a good chance at least one of them is already in your closet. Swap #1, jet black, deep navy. Black is probably the most trusted color in most men's wardrobes. Easy to match, always available, never feels wrong. That logic makes complete sense. The issue isn't the color itself. It's the contrast it creates right at face level. Jet black sitting at the collar, a black polo, black crew neck, black casual jacket, is a lot for mature skin to work against. It doesn't ease into the face, it pulls against it. The result tends to emphasize under eye shadows, deepen lines around the mouth, and flatten skin tone in a way that reads as tired rather than sharp. This is especially noticeable on men with silver or salt and pepper hair. The combination of white hair and jet black fabric creates a contrast that the face ends up competing with, and usually loses. The swap is deep navy. Navy does everything black does in terms of versatility and structure, but it sits closer to the face without fighting it. The contrast is still there, still masculine. It just doesn't pull the energy downward the same way. Men with silver hair in particular tend to look noticeably cleaner and more put together in navy than in black, even when everything else is identical. Practical swaps: black polo, navy polo, black crew neck, black casual jacket, navy field jacket or bomber. Navy gives you structure without draining the face. Swap #2, optic white, soft white, off-white, light blue. This one catches people off guard because the instinct makes sense. Brighter white should mean fresher, right? It works that way when skin tone is even and has a lot of natural luminosity. After 45, most men's complexions have shifted. The skin has more variation in it. And optic white, sitting directly under the face, tends to amplify that variation rather than smooth it over. What happens is the shirt almost glows in comparison, and the face next to it looks like it's working hard to keep up. In photos especially, this reads as tired, even when the outfit itself looks clean. The fix isn't to avoid white or light colors. It's to use a version that works with your skin rather than against it. Soft white, off-white, and light blue all still read as clean and polished. Nobody's gonna look at you and think the outfit is dull. But they sit closer to how mature skin actually looks, which means the face ends up looking naturally brighter instead of faded by comparison. For men with silver or salt and pepper hair, this swap is particularly effective. Those hair tones pair really well with softer lights. The whole picture becomes more cohesive and more refined. Practical swaps: bright white tee, soft white or cream tee, optic white dress shirt, pale blue Oxford, bright white polo, off-white or ecru polo. Softer light tones brighten the face without making it look washed out. Swap #3, washed out beige, pale tan, olive. Pale beige has a reputation as the grown-up neutral. Understated, easy, never too much. And in theory, that's fine. The problem is that understated and flattering aren't always the same thing. Washed out beige and pale tan near the collar have a tendency to blend into skin tone instead of framing it. The face loses its visual anchor. Everything just kind of sits there without any depth or definition. The outfit doesn't look bad. It just doesn't do anything for you. Men wearing pale beige near the face in photos often look more tired than they are. The color isn't doing any work. It's just taking up space. Olive is a straightforward fix. It has enough depth to give the face a clear frame. It still reads as a neutral. It's not loud, it doesn't demand attention, but it has actual presence. There's a reason olive works so well in American casual menswear for this age group. It fits naturally with jeans, chinos, dark denim, boots, loafers. It doesn't feel like a style shift. It just makes everything land better. It also works across seasons, which makes it a practical color to build around. Practical swaps: pale beige overshirt, olive overshirt, washed out tan polo, olive polo. Light tan jacket, muted olive jacket. Olive adds depth to the face in a way pale beige usually doesn't. If you've made this swap before and noticed the difference, drop it in the comments. Always good to hear what's actually working for guys. Swap hash 4, flat light gray, charcoal. Light gray might be the most quietly problematic color in this whole list because it feels so neutral and harmless. And it is neutral, that's exactly the issue. Flat light gray near the face gives back almost nothing visually. For men with silver or white hair or cooler skin tones, it creates a situation where the shirt, the hair, and the skin all blend into the same low contrast zone. There's no definition. The face looks softer and less distinct than it actually is, not in a good way. Charcoal solves this without asking you to do anything dramatic. It's the same color family, the same kind of casual, easy-to-match neutral, but it has actual visual weight. It creates depth. It makes the outfit read as intentional and the face read as sharper by contrast. This is probably the easiest swap on this list because nothing about your style changes. Same category of clothing, same versatility, same casual usage, just a version of gray that actually works for you instead of flattening everything out. Practical swaps: light gray sweatshirt, charcoal crewneck, pale gray polo, charcoal knit polo, light gray quarter zip, dark charcoal quarter zip. Charcoal is one of the easiest ways to look sharper without looking dressed up. Swap hash 5, bright red burgundy. Bright red isn't a color problem for everyone, but it is a demanding color, and that becomes more noticeable with age. The issue with bright red near the face on mature men is that it tends to take over the outfit. It becomes the first thing anyone registers, not the person wearing it. There's also a practical side to this. Bright red can amplify skin redness, which is common in men 45 and older, especially those who spend time outdoors. The result is an outfit that draws attention, but not necessarily in the direction you want. Burgundy handles this well. It keeps the color, it keeps the personality, but it shifts the register from loud to considered. Burgundy reads as intentional and refined in a way bright red rarely does on a casual outfit. It pairs naturally with the colors that anchor most mature men's wardrobes: dark denim, navy, charcoal, olive, and it does so without the outfit feeling like it's trying to make a statement. Oxblood is worth looking at too if you want something slightly darker and more versatile going into fall and winter. Practical swaps: bright red polo, burgundy polo, red sweater, oxblood crewneck, red casual shirt, deep burgundy flannel or knit shirt. Burgundy gives you color without noise. Swap hash 6, royal blue, overly bright blue, muted blue, denim blue, petrol blue. Royal blue and cobalt are reliable colors. Clean, confident, easy to reach for. Nothing wrong with them in general. The specific issue with very saturated, high brightness blues near the face is that they can overpower it. The color registers first, and the face becomes secondary. There's also a quality to very bright blues that can read as a little generic. The kind of shirt that looks like it came straight off a department store rack, which is the opposite of looking considered. The swap here is muted blue, denim blue, or petrol blue. These have more visual complexity. They're not as heavy as navy, so they serve a different role: lighter, more casual, easier to wear across different situations. But they carry depth that flat royal blue doesn't. They look like a deliberate choice rather than a default. Petrol blue is particularly worth trying if you haven't. It sits in that range between navy and a medium blue with a slightly cool, almost gray blue quality. It pairs well with dark jeans, chinos, and most neutral outerwear, and it works consistently well for men in this age range who want something that reads modern without looking like they're chasing trends. Practical swaps: royal blue polo, muted or dusty blue polo, cobalt sweater, denim blue crewneck, bright blue overshirt, petrol blue overshirt. Richer blues look more expensive than louder blues. None of this requires starting over with your wardrobe. The most practical place to start is the pieces that actually sit closest to your face, because that's where color has the most visible effect. Work through these categories first. Polos, dress shirts and casual button-downs, sweaters and knitwear, overshirts and lightweight jackets. T-shirts worn on their own or visible at the collar. Go through what you already own in those categories. If something consistently makes your face look flat or tired in photos, you now have a clear sense of what to swap it for and why. You're not changing your style. You're not changing what you wear. You're just making better color calls in the same categories you already buy. And that's usually all it takes to notice a real difference. Start with the colors people see right next to your face. That's where it shows up first. The rule behind all 6 swaps. All 6 of these swaps come back to the same idea, and it's worth naming it clearly so you can apply it on your own going forward. 3 things to watch for. Colors that are too harsh create contrast your face has to compete with. High brightness, high saturation tones near the collar tend to draw attention to texture and variation in them. Colors that are too flat disappear into mature skin tone and take the face with them. Pale neutrals can look clean on a hanger and lifeless on a person. Colors with depth, navy, charcoal, olive, burgundy, petrol blue, soft white, tend to work with the way mature skin and hair actually look. They frame the face instead of fighting it or fading into it. After 45, the goal usually isn't louder color, it's smarter color. The men in this age range who consistently look sharp aren't wearing the most colorful outfits. They're wearing colors that make everything else, including their face, look its best. Quick recap before you go. None of these 6 colors are off limits. This isn't about rules. It's about understanding what's actually happening when a color sits next to your face and making a more informed call about whether it's working for you. The swaps. Deep navy over jet black. Soft white over optic white. Olive over pale beige. Charcoal over flat gray. Burgundy over bright red. Muted blue over royal blue. Same lifestyle. Same price point. Just colors that work with your face at this stage rather than against it. The follow-up to this covers the other side. The colors that actively make men over 45 look sharper, healthier, and more put together. If you want to catch that one, subscribing is the easiest way to make sure it shows up. And if you've already tried one of these swaps and noticed a difference, leave a comment. Genuinely curious what's been working for guys.